Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. When you think of Australia, what comes to mind? Kangaroos hopping across the outback? Cuddly koalas munching on eucalyptus? Maybe the quirky platypus? While Australia today is famous for its unique and mostly adorable wildlife, if we were to travel back in time, we'd find a very different continent. Forget cute and cuddly. Prehistoric Australia was a land of giants, monsters, and pure unadulterated horror. Millions of years ago, this vast isolated landmass was home to monstrous predators, gargantuan marsupials, and deadly environments that would make even the toughest survivalist tremble. So grab your safari hat from a safe distance as we journey back to a time when Australia was the most terrifying place on Earth. Our story begins around 15 million years ago, during the Miocene epoch. Australia had already broken away from Antarctica and was slowly drifting north. The climate was much warmer and wetter than it is today, creating a landscape of dense forests, swampy wetlands, and lush open woodlands. This rich environment was the perfect crucible for a bizarre and dangerous ecosystem to evolve, completely isolated from the rest of the world. It was a grand evolutionary experiment, and the results were, well, monstrous. Let's start with the king of this ancient nightmarescape. Meet Thylacoleo carnifex the marsupial lion. And no, this wasn't some slightly bigger, angrier possum. This was the apex predator of its time. Weighing around 100 kilograms, or 220 pounds, this beast was pure muscle and fury. Unlike any predator alive today, Thylacoleo had enormous, retractable claws, much like a cat, and a ridiculously powerful jaw armed with massive shearing cheek teeth. Forget canine fangs. This animal's teeth were like a pair of bolt cutters, designed to slice through flesh and bone with horrifying efficiency. Imagine a creature combining the stealth of a leopard with the bone-crushing power of a hyena, but it's a marsupial. It was a specialized hunter, likely ambushing its prey from trees and using its incredible strength to take down giant herbivorous marsupials. In the forests of ancient Australia, the rustling leaves could signal the arrival of this terrifying, silent killer. But the terror wasn't just confined to the forests. The rivers and wetlands were ruled by creatures straight out of a monster movie. Say hello to Megalania a colossal monitor lizard that could grow over 7 meters, or 23 feet long. That's longer than a modern-day saltwater crocodile and nearly the length of a bus. Megalania wasn't just big, it was venomous. Its bite delivered a potent cocktail of toxins that would weaken and kill its prey. It hunted just about anything it could catch, from wombat-sized marsupials to giant flightless birds, and yes, even the first humans to arrive on the continent. Imagine wandering through the prehistoric bush, only to feel the ground shake beneath the thunderous steps of a lizard the size of a small car. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. The rivers were its domain, and the land was its hunting ground. You might think the plant eaters would be a bit more gentle, right? Wrong. The herbivores of ancient Australia were just as formidable as the predators. The undisputed heavyweight champion was the Diprotodon. Picture a wombat, but scale it up to the size of a rhinoceros. Weighing up to 2,500 kilograms, or about 5,500 pounds, these were the largest marsupials to ever exist. A herd of Diprotodon would have been an unstoppable force, capable of trampling almost anything in their path. While they were herbivores, their sheer size and powerful limbs made them incredibly dangerous to anything that got too close. Alongside them roamed giant kangaroos, some standing over 3 meters tall, and enormous flightless birds like Genornis, which was taller than a human and built like a tank. This wasn't a peaceful landscape of gentle grazers. It was a land of giants, where even the vegetarians could crush you without a second thought. And if you thought you'd be safe by the water, think again. The oceans and rivers added a whole new layer of danger. Prehistoric Australian waters were patrolled by terrifying predators, including massive crocodilians like *Quincana*, a terrestrial crocodile that hunted on land, and gigantic sharks that made today's great whites look tame. Inland waterways and lakes were never safe. A quick stop for a drink of water could easily turn into a fatal encounter with an ancient aquatic hunter, lurking just beneath the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Every watering hole was a potential death trap, a place where the line between life and death was as thin as the water's surface. Even the smallest creatures in this lost world were terrifying. In the undergrowth of the dense forests, giant insects, venomous spiders the size of dinner plates, and massive flesh-eating centipedes crawled and hunted. The nights were filled with the screeches and calls of nocturnal predators, making survival a constant 24/7 test of alertness and cunning. Overhead, arboreal predators waited silently in the trees to ambush any unsuspecting prey that passed below. Every rustle in the leaves, every shadow in the moonlight, spelled potential danger. There was no rest, no safety, just the constant gnawing fear of being hunted. So why did Australia produce such a menagerie of monsters? The secret is isolation. For millions of years, Australia was a continental island, completely cut off from the rest of the world. On other continents, placental mammals like big cats, bears, and wolves became the dominant predators. But in Australia, evolution took a different, wilder path. Marsupials, which carry their young in pouches, evolved to fill every ecological niche. They became the apex predators, the giant herbivores, and the resourceful scavengers, often growing to extraordinary sizes. Reptiles like Megalania*, filled roles that mammals occupied elsewhere. This isolation created a living laboratory for evolution, resulting in a landscape unlike anywhere else on Earth, bizarre, dangerous, and utterly terrifying. Despite its horrors, ancient Australia was a functioning, if brutal, ecosystem. The constant battle between colossal predators and massive herbivores created a delicate, violent balance. Each creature evolved incredible adaptations to survive: crushing jaws, powerful claws, lethal venom, immense size, and uncanny speed. It was a world that was both nightmarish and strangely beautiful, a testament to the raw, untamed power of nature. This incredible world of giants thrived for millions of years, a lost kingdom of monstrous beasts. So what happened to them? The reign of the megafauna began to end around 50,000 years ago, with the arrival of the first humans on the continent. The combination of human hunting and dramatic climate change proved too much for these specialized giants. One by one, the Diprotodons *, the giant kangaroos, the marsupial lions, and the colossal lizards vanished, leaving behind only fossilized bones and footprints. Their extinction completely reshaped the continent, paving the way for the smaller, more familiar animals we know today. But their legacy remains, a chilling reminder of a time when Australia was a land of true monsters. The story of prehistoric Australia is a powerful lesson in the strange and unpredictable paths of evolution. It shows us how isolation can create creatures so extreme they seem to belong in the realm of fantasy. From massive marsupial lions to city bus-sized lizards, every corner of this ancient continent presented a new challenge for survival. Today, when we see a kangaroo or a wombat, it's worth remembering their colossal ancestors and the terrifying world they inhabited. We are walking on a continent that was once alive with unimaginable horror, a world where every step could be your last. It reminds us that nature isn't always gentle. Sometimes it's a monster maker. Thank you so much for joining me on this terrifying trip back in time. If you enjoyed this journey into Australia's monstrous past, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders and horrors of our planet's history. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, stay curious.